Hi, Jonas. I'm very glad that you decided to send us in an essay. Let's take a look and see what you wrote. As we are facing globalization, advertising coming from foreign countries is becoming more commonplace. I consider such a form of advertisement as intrusive in nature to an extent. Okay, that's nice, clear, no problems at all. All right, let's move on. Okay, there are a number of reasons, no comments necessary, why international marketing might be claimed as intrusive. Firstly, such adverts usually propagate the culture of a country. Don't need the comma there either, usually propagate the culture of the country from which they originate. For instance, most fast food advertisements carry a message that such food is beneficial and culturally acceptable, even if it is neither popular nor widespread locally. On the other hand, local marketers are more likely to respect national customs and culture. Secondly, I'm kind of tempted to say that you did need to support that. You just kind of threw it out there but didn't back it up with anything. You don't tell me why they are more likely. Secondly, international marketing may promote ideas, no comma necessary, which are not accepted globally. For example, advertising of products or services. Okay, this is not a full sentence. So, let me try that again. So, example, they may advertise products or services with okay, I'm having a hard time understanding the way your sentence is written. For example, advertising of products or services with explicit what? May be culturally unacceptable or even banned in some countries. Okay, again, you need to back it up. You need to explain to me what you mean. You need to illustrate it with an example. Okay? And second of all, I think there is some misunderstanding of what international marketing actually is. International marketing actually aims to account for these differences in culture. It aims to kind of personalize, in a sense, and individualize the advertising to the country that is being targeted. So I feel that your interpretation of this is a little off, okay? I would encourage you to read a little bit about international marketing to see maybe where there has been some kind of a disconnect. Meanwhile, in terms of the grammar, I had a real problem with this sentence. It's not a full sentence, okay? And so far I can see that there is some misuse of commas, which would affect your grammar score, because they do look at punctuation. All right, let's look at the second body here. Meanwhile, some people indicate that international advertising could be seen as an essential and affordable form of education. I agree that it is one of many or some possible approaches to get to know the culture of other countries. However, one would definitely be able to immerse himself more in another culture, by watching a documentary about the country in question rather than an ad. While advertisements usually carry ideas, these are usually short-lived and of low significance. I would argue whether international advertisements could help anybody to learn a foreign language, as the content of adverts is commonly translated. Okay, the first thing I want to say about this paragraph is that it's really well written. I mean, you have a couple of sentences here that are really, really lovely. The grammar, I mean, it's advanced, it's complex, it's really a pleasure to read. I think this is the one sentence that I was like, wow, this is really nice. And actually, I would say that this is really nice as well. So both of those together are really, really, really lovely. I have a problem, though. It's not exactly what you're supposed to do. Remember, this is an essay where you're supposed to discuss both views. The fact that it's an intrusion, okay, and why people think this is an intrusion into their country. Okay. I guess, yeah, you talked about that. Here, you started to talk about it, and you basically gave this particular view one sentence, and then you spent the rest of the paragraph refuting it. Now, That would be okay if you were doing like a to what extent do you agree or disagree, where you said, yeah, I understand why, etc., but no. But you really shouldn't do that here. You are expected to analyze um, a little more where international advertising can be educational, okay, and an economical form of education. So how does it impart culture? How does it help with language? And if you're struggling to come up with ideas, I can certainly supply you one. The actual company itself, which is targeting a country, they have to really learn quite a bit about the region they want to enter. Okay, so for example, if I'm an American country and I want to enter with like a food product in India, I certainly have to learn a lot about India, its customs, its food, its you know, a lot of different things in order to be able to market my product there successfully. Okay, using international marketing. So, like I said, I mean, you basically the view, you didn't really discuss the view, how it's economical form, how it helps with culture, how it helps with language. What you really just said is, yeah, a little bit, but no. And so that's not really enough. I think you should have gone more into it. Okay, so the last paragraph. In conclusion, although some individuals may believe that international advertisements help to spread knowledge and culture, I contradict that partly and find such advertisements of limited use in the mentioned aspects and sometimes even intrusive. Okay. So Jonas, I mean, it's really nicely written, really. It's the language is very good. Like I said, in terms of coherence and cohesion, grammar and vocabulary, this is a really well written essay. But it does have some issues in terms of the task response. Okay, so I hope that we get to see more essays from you on different topics, perhaps. To see, you know, how we can help you improve this area of the essay. Okay, I want to wish you lots of luck. Take a look and see which of the courses that we offer would be most useful and most appropriate for you. Like I said, I see that your language is at a really good level, but I would like us to work together so we can help you kind of iron out any areas that need a little work. Okay, thanks for writing in, and good luck.